Fair use. Daily Reflections. This is a book of reflections by AA members for AA members. October 25th. AA's heartbeat. Without unity, the heart of AA would cease to beat. As Bill sees it, page 125. Without unity, I would be unable to recover in AA on a daily basis. By practicing unity within my group and with other AA members and at all levels of this great fellowship, I receive a pronounced feeling of knowing that I am a part of a miracle that was divinely inspired. The ability of Bill W. and Dr. Bob working together and passing it on to other members tells me that to give it away is to keep it. Unity is oneness, and yet the whole fellowship is for all of us. Courage to change one day at a time in Al-Anon, October 25th. One of my defects of character is to make choices passively, letting things happen rather than taking action. For example, I stood by and watched my children suffer abuse because I was unable to make a decision and follow through with it. I had been severely affected by alcoholism and was not capable of doing otherwise at that time. It was the best I could do under the circumstances, but harm was done, and I owe amends. One way to make amends is to stop practicing the defect. In every area of my life, I can ask myself, am I taking responsibility for my choices today? Do I make a positive contribution to my meetings? Or do I assume that somebody else will take care of everything? Am I making choices I can be proud of at home, at work, and in my community? Or letting the choices be made for me? Today's reminder. Al-Anon has no opinion on outside issues. It doesn't define my responsibilities or select my values. That is up to me. It does encourage me to define my values, to take responsibility for choices I am already making, and to make amends where I have done harm. I need not think of myself as a victim of unseen forces that make disasters happen. Today, I can make active choices. There is a quote from As We Understood, and it reads, making amends isn't just saying I'm sorry. It means responding differently from our new understanding. Just for today, Daily Meditations for Recovering Addicts, October 25th. Principles before personalities. Anonymity is the spiritual foundation of all our traditions, ever reminding us to place principles before personalities. Tradition 12. Principles before personalities. Many of us chant these words along with the reader whenever the 12 traditions are read. The fact that these words have become a cliche of sorts doesn't make them any less important, either in service or in our lives. These words are an affirmation. We listen to our conscience and do what's right, no matter who's involved. And that principle serves as one of the cornerstones of recovery, as well as our traditions. What does principles before personalities really mean? It means we practice honesty, humility, compassion, tolerance, and patience with everyone, whether we like them or not. Putting principles before personalities teaches us to treat everyone equally. The 12th step asks us to apply principles in all our affairs. The 12th tradition suggests we apply them to our relations with everyone. Practicing principles doesn't stop with our friends or when we leave a meeting. It's for every day, for everyone, in all areas of our lives. Just for today, I will listen to my conscience and do what's right. My focus will be on principles, not on people's personalities. Today, Emotions Anonymous, October 25th. Reflection for today. Hate is a strong, controlling force if carried to the utmost degree. Oftentimes I will say I hate a person when in reality I only dislike what the person does. If I hate with a vengeance, the destructiveness of this emotion can invade every avenue of my daily life. The responses I give others become vindictive. The successes I win are most likely at the expense and mercy of others. The world in which I live becomes a disagreeable place rather than comforting. The spite I feel becomes my sole motive for living. My physical body becomes susceptible to pain and illnesses which need not be. My obsession with hate hides my ability to see I am doing harm to myself. Meditation for today. Help me to recognize my own destructive behavior caused by the hatred felt toward another human being. Give me courage to defer with others without doing harm to them or to myself. Guide me to become a more forgiving and accepting person. Today I will remember. I choose to replace hatred with love and understanding. Strengthening my recovery. Meditations for adult children of alcoholics, dysfunctional families. October 25th. Control. Our attempts at control brings spiritual death to a relationship with ourselves and others. BRB, page 41. How many forms of control are there? On entering the rooms of recovery, we find there are almost as many as there are people. But don't all people attempt to control others? Yes, but not with the feverish pitch present in adult children. As young children, we had no control in our family of origin. When chaos surrounded us and threatened our physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being, we could only cower to the powers that caused the abuse. The almost fierce need many of us have to control others stem from being these abused children. We fear that if at any moment we let go of the reins and allow others to take control, history will repeat itself, and we will again be the 5-year-old hiding behind the sofa. This helps explain why we use all the methods we can to keep control of our environment, or the illusion of control. And we attempt to hide what we're doing by saying things like, I'm just looking out for everyone's welfare. In ACA, we learn that control is fear-driven, and we learn to face our fears. We bring our 5-year-old out from behind the sofa and reparent ourselves with love and kindness. The affirmation reads, on this day I will face my fears with the help of my fellow travelers and release my need to control others. Please share, subscribe, like, And remember that you are not alone and that recovery is possible one day at a time.